I'm going to go heat up a Hot Pocket.
And we are on the air.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the pre-show, where I watch preseason football. Dog is not here because, well, he's probably sucked into some sort of college football thing. You know those guys that dress up in the body paint? Dog is one of those.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Omega, we can hear you.
Hey, smack dab in the middle of the Hyatt Regency in Schaumburg, surrounded by men and women, well, men that are die-hard wrestling fans.
I could imagine. How has the con been so far?
You know, it's only Thursday, but seen a lot of nice stuff, cool stuff. I need to charge my phone, among other things, so I did not hit up the Monday night debate between Bruce Bouchard and Eric Bischoff. However, I am planning on going to the Botchamania panel here in about an hour.
Sounds amazing. Anything fun you've seen? Anybody you recognize?
Are we in the pre-show?
We're in the pre-show, yeah.
All right, well, yeah, you know, down in the C2E2 sponsored merch room, you've got Noel Foley, you've got beautiful people, you've got right when you walk in the door, Scott Steiner himself.
Awesome.
You've got, right before you walk in the door, you've got Atlas Security, old favorite.
Of course. Nice to see them in business still.
Let's see what else. We got a bunch of podcasters I've never heard of before, so we would have fit right in.
Not surprising.
I just saw, not 10 minutes ago, I saw Daniel Kazarian and Scorpio Sky walking by with their bag.
This is the worst town I have ever been in.
Yeah, you being here in the lobby, you see, I see Lois and half a dozen stewardesses and stewards who are completely befuddled by what they see. We got, this is actually a real nice setup, you know, if anybody's listening, thinking about coming down, you know, they've got limited day passes, something like 100 left, and once they're gone because of fire regulations. I highly recommend coming down here. We've got the lobby where Buffalo Wild Wings is set up with the new Wing Order t-shirt. Very nice. We got Podcasters Row, of course. We got, I'm not sure who he's with, but I saw PCO earlier. And, my God, it's like Tyson Kidd swallowing the pizza.
Yep, that's the most accurate description of PCO I've ever heard in my whole life.
Actually, we've got the big bar set up here. Believe it or not, they have Impact playing on the TV next to the NFL game.
So you're going to the Botchamania panel next?
Yep, that'll be in about an hour. That's going to have Matthew, of course. It's got Tony Schiavone. It's got Ron Funches and Cassie O'Keefe. See if I get to talk to him, see if he knows who I am.
Is there anything you're looking forward to?
Well, you know, tomorrow's like the big con day. It's Friday. Got the 5-star summit with Meltzer and Alvarez and Wade Keller, the Torch, and the fourth guy whose name escapes me. I apologize. We've also got the weigh-in, the official weigh-in, presumably with all the competitors. We're all in. I peeked my head in the meet and greet section and saw Cody and Buff signing. And Cody, of course, is back to the blonde hair for the event. got looking to my left, they've set up courtesy of Russell's Craft. They have a panel this weekend. They've got two WrestleMania arcade machines, and back down in the C2E2 booth, they've got I don't know if it was the original casket used, but they definitely have the original Katie Vick cheerleader uniform from that infamous segment.
Oh God.
Yeah, one of my friends took a picture with it.
Hello?
Hey.
Howdy.
I've got, we've also got the Dave Milliken memorabilia room. They've got almost 24 ring used belts. They've got the TNA Legend / Global / whatever championship. It's all beat to hell, but it's really cool to look at. They've got one of the TNA heavyweight titles, TNA women's title, the blue one with the crown. They got the weird looking X Division title, that neon green one, right before they went to GSW. Remember that?
What were some of your favorite belts from McMillan's collection? Because he's done a ton of very recognizable championship belts.
Oh, for sure. There's a few intercontinental actually like 3 or 4 intercontinental championships of every distinction. The Crash logo, the network logo. They've got, honestly, my favorite of the bunch, believe it or not, was the original Pink Women's Championship that Medusa threw in the trash. He actually has the belt with her here that you can take a photo with. But the one in the memorabilia room was actually given to the mayor of, I think, Philadelphia at the time, from Vince McMahon, and it still has his signature and the message he wrote on it. Very, very few of those were made. I think maybe only the 2. So that's definitely cool to look at.
Sweet.
We got ODB outside in her food truck, serving up barbecue.
Yeah.
Is the food good?
Yes. Isn't it her bar's food truck basically?
Well, they call it the meat and grease, and you've got the pork mania, the bandwich, the buff chick nachos, the meat in a cup, and of course the pork you nachos.
Delicious. She actually owns a bar up in the cities, Twin
I think
Cities.
it might be. I know she's got her barbecue sauce sale on there too.
Yeah, it's some good food actually.
And like I said, this is only Thursday. We've got 3 more days of this. Of course, Saturday is all in. I've got my ticket. Somebody on Twitter, very gracious in selling it to me because I could not go, or they were buying better tickets. I forget which one. But, I'm up in section 208, so I'll be able to see all the action. And of course, before that, we've got this all out party and parking lot at the Sears Center with t-shirts and food and entertainment. Special meet and greet with Okada, Hangman Page, among others.
Are you gonna go meet Okada?
I might try to. I tell you, the one meet and greet that I wish I could have gotten, but obviously it's completely sold out, is the Omega Ibushi dual photo ops with the IWGP Championship.
Fuck, that would have been amazing.
Oh yeah, because Ibushi is lost in Chicago, or there's some issue at the airport or something like that.
I saw that online. He was, I think he was trying to ask somebody where to go. I don't know if he was trying to DM or what, but I have not seen Kenny or Ibushi, so keep an eye on that. That's pretty much my StarCast report for Thursday. It's a really cool time. Hopefully they do this again. I know big props to the guy who who spearheaded this whole thing. I know he said he wouldn't do it again because it's too much work, but I'll never say never. And only other thing I could say is, Hao Ming, the Japanese shirt company, is here. And as they were setting up, I was the second guy in line, knowing that their shirts are going to sell out quick. Got a Kenny Omega shirt, got the all-in Lucha Mask design shirt, and got a Robin Mask shirt.
Nice.
And in fact, they have Omega's last pair of ring-worn tights and his knee pads, and they brought him out. I got to look at him, take a photo.
House show tights?
Which one?
The house show tights?
The ones that say K Omega on the back.
And they got fringe on the sides?
Yeah, they've got like the lines going down the side.
Yes! It's the ones he ripped in fucking Japan.
Yeah, because we could see the front, so like there was like a big chunk taken out of it. Yeah, they've got those ring-worn tights here, live for you to gawk at. I asked if they were for sale, and he was like, no. Also a company here, apologies, I can't remember any of the names of anybody, but I got a company here selling inflatable chairs and folding chairs and inflatable trash cans. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, and speaking of the beautiful people, we got while I was waiting in the Hell Moon line, I saw you got the beautiful people, you got Rosa Mendes, and right next to that, I barely recognized her. You've got Danielle Monet, former Summer Rae. Let me tell you, I haven't seen Scarlett Bordeaux here yet, and she's got to run for her money. I'd say Summer Rae is the real smoke show. She's never looked better. She's got red hair now, and got a nice tan. I'm just saying.
Sure, yeah, we could do that. Hit it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Smark Snark podcast. My name is Gunner. That over there is Mega BR coming to you live from the convention at right before the All-In event. This is episode number 317 of the Smark Snark podcast. How's it going, Omega?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm sitting here live at StarCast. Sitting across from the bar. I just saw Noel Fuller walk by. We got Impact on the bar TV, if you can believe it. Got cleaning crew to my front, completely befuddled by what they see.
Sounds awesome. Also this week, and if you missed the pre-show, by the way, you missed Omega giving you all the scoops from his current experiences at StarCast. We will be going into a full recap next week, though, when Omega is back live in the studio. This is
most definitely. And let me tell you, I've been meeting some podcasters, guys I've never heard of before, and I think I'm fitting right in. So Any new listeners, there you go.
Well, we understand that you're shopping elsewhere for your contract negotiations, but I'm sure we can pull you back with a good deal. Also joining us this week is our wonderful technical producer, Mr. Yankton DDS. Also joining us this week is Shao Kahn.
Hello, everyone.
And we have a light crew this week, so save us, dog.
I am all in myself. I am football in. It is football weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live with the Smark Snap podcast. Coming to you from the 50-yard line of fucking, I guess, Northwestern Stadium, because Omega's in Chicago.
That is correct. I'm currently watching the Saints and Rams duke it out.
He's watching the preseason.
I'm watching preseason, boys. Hey, man.
Listen, man, I'm watching the Gophers in New Mexico State, so there's it's not much better on my end. Man.
Games of significant importance. Absolutely. I'm watching whatchamacallit. Football's been great, but let me tell you something. You know what's even better? I'm gonna buy a Teddy Bridgewater Saints jersey.
Fuck yeah!
I'm so happy about that.
I can't wait until you guys beat the Vikings in the playoffs with Teddy at quarterback.
Me too. I can't wait.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be revenge, and it's gonna be the NFC Championship game, and I can't wait.
Enough about football. We got a guy who is live at one of the biggest conventions of the wrestling year. The one and only.
Speaking of that, by the way.
Right, and you know, I got to tell you, I was shocked by Rodgers at his 4-year contract extension.
It's a lot of money, but it's, they kind of showed how valuable he was last season. So.
I tell you, they need to hire a PCO. I walked by that guy earlier. It's like, that's just in the pre-show, but it's like Tyson Kidd following Batista.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so speaking of All In, I got some news. There are 3 ideas for the venues for All In, one of them being the Citizens Bank Arena in Ontario, California, which is near where the Young Bucks live. The other was the Cow Palace in San Francisco, ironically for that similar date in June, but New Japan ended up taking. And then finally, it was the decision was made for Labor Day weekend, and the Cow Palace had costs associated with it streaming that didn't make it viable. So they went with the Sears Center, which is why All In is at the Sears Center, which we will be talking about in the 15-minute time limit.
Hey, breaking news here, if you want to hit the noise.
Go for it.
I just saw a guy in a shirt at Albert Einstein, only instead of Einstein State, it's Scott Steiner State. And on the back of the shirt, it says the numbers don't lie. It's got his whole math diatribe quote.
That's great. That's amazing.
Signed by the man himself.
Let's see here. Other news bits. The Nashville Fairground.
I wanted to say, honestly, I think they made the right decision. I don't know what the other places look like, but as far as like fly-ins, this location is. Every nice hotel has conference rooms. Could have worked to do it. I tell you, the setup's real nice. Got a nice big bar that's keeping people happy. It's right across from Woodfield Mall, big mall out here in Schaumburg. Taxi and Uber distance from a lot of nice stuff. It's far away from the city to a point, but hey, coming out here for all this, go see the beat anytime. And here comes Cody. He's walking by me right now.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, he just walked into the bar like he's some jabroni like me.
Go buy him a drink.
I might have to. He's actually got his cigar booth out here. He's got American Nightmare brand cigars.
Really? That's cool.
Oh yeah, there was a thing you could pay so much to get a photo op with it and get get a pack of cigars, that kind of thing. He said it was if he sits down and open the spot, I might have to go talk to him.
Are you how far away are you from Cody right now?
Like maybe 50 feet.
Ah,
Slapping distance.
slapping distance indeed.
No, don't slap Cody.
Hey Cody, will you do a plug for my podcast here?
Just tell Cody that it's awesome and thank you for putting more pro wrestling out there in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
And his dog is awesome. His dog is like the coolest looking dog I've ever seen.
I'm pretty sure Pharaoh's here. I haven't seen him, but I know they're doing the All Chicago deal as well.
Yeah, it was at the end of the day, it was the right choice for two reasons. One, New Japan took over the Cow Palace show, basically. I still think it would have been a better show if it was more of a joint thing, but they wanted to do something on their own. And it's not too often you get guys like Okada and those names into the Midwest. So it was a market that was ripe for the picking for the type of people they're bringing there. So, and Omega, as Omega has said, it seems like a hell of a location for just the convention and everything.
Angelina Love and Velvet Sky coming down the elevator now.
You let me know if you see Neville, who apparently is free and clear to compete at this particular event.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of long-haired guys, even longer hair. Velvet and Angelina now in the middle of the bar. Looking for a place to sit.
Is Cody being mobbed at the moment?
He's actually on the other side now. I can't quite see it, but that's kind of the cool thing about this environment. I think it's like a lot of indie shows too. It's like the wrestlers are just people. We appreciate them, and we obviously want to talk to them and everything. But I mean, they're walking. They're not. And granted, it's Thursday night. This place is packed with Jills, but I mean, like, they're not getting mobbed. I see Noelle Foley walking around here with staff, and nobody's like running up to her to
Right.
try and grab a pick or anything. I see beautiful people just hanging out like it's another Thursday night at the bar. So, I mean, hey, even when I saw SoCal Uncensored, Scorpio Sky and Daniels and Kazarian, they were walking by with their bags. And again, nobody was mobbing them, but they had a lot of CU chants.
That's pretty awesome. All right. Let's see what else. And we're just going through the news here. Speaking of smaller pay-per-view events that hold about 10,000 seats, tickets for the Evolution pay-per-view at the Nassau Coliseum went on sale this past week. They didn't sell out tickets, and they remain in every price category. It was set up for 1,100 tickets, but it's still expected to be sold out or close. But it's notable for all the hype that this was not a giant success out the gate that most pay-per-view shows are these days, and virtually all would be in the New York market. So basically, they didn't do too well.
Well, on top of that, they were literally just there for their second biggest event of the year that most of their fan base that would want to go to Evolution spend money on to go to that stuff. So I expect that to turn around like in a few months.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Like it'll sell out. It'll sell out eventually, but it's kind of tough to double dip in a market like that so quick, even with New York, because it's not an easy thing to do. And this is what happens when you do that. If they ran if it was the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view, it would be doing the same exact thing right now. It doesn't matter what show they ran.
I kind of have my doubts if they're actually going to sell out. If it's Nassau Coliseum, or it is, right? anyway, it's on Long Island. I think it'll get closer definitely as time wears on. It's really going to depend on what gets announced. Because I mean, it is a gimmick show, and the reality is, hype or not, fans kind of know the perception of women's matches, and several of them are good, and several are not. So I mean, we're talking about. I think the big draw, obviously, is going to be the championship matches, whatever they may be. And of course, the idea that some of these legends are going to come back. We've already got Trish versus Alexa Bliss now, which is, which would be nice to see, but not exactly, not going to buy my tickets now.
I mean, they're not helping us with the card here. They're really not helping anyone out with the card.
No, they're not. And what's terrible about this whole thing is that, you're super excited about all the matches and you're super excited about all this other nonsense, but then it turns into the her story bullshit, where it's like, oh, it's history, it's historic, it's this, it's that. It's like, let it be the thing and then just promote the pay-per-view.
I feel like Alexa Bliss is a waste of Trish.
Ooh.
To me, I truly feel it is. I don't think it's going to be any type of a good match. The sad part is that the best matchups for Trish were probably AJ and Paige, and neither of them are going to be there for it. But why not? I would have liked Charlotte versus Trish better. I just think Alexa is like. I just know I have this horrible feeling about this match.
I have a horrible feeling about the match, not for Alexa's reasons.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think it'll be fine. I think they're playing off the fact that they have similar characters and did at one point. Are there better matchups? Sure. Are there more dream matchups? Yeah. But this is the hand they're kind of dealing with it, and I mean, you're talking about other people who might come back. I was thinking like maybe Lita versus Becky Lynch.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Let's throw out just Trish versus Alexa, which you can argue is probably going to end up being a good match and is probably a better matchup than I personally think it is. Steph versus Ronda is a nightmare match. I don't want to see that. I don't want the build for that. I don't want anything to do with that.
No, that should not happen. I mean, even Ronda versus Nikki is not particularly interesting, or I just can't even see it. Even laid out, I just can't see it being that good.
Let's see here. Trying to see if there's any other news. Nashville Fairgrounds, like I was saying earlier, Nashville Fairgrounds. That's like where the TNA Asylum was. Home for pro wrestling for decades and one of the few arenas in the U.S. built specifically for pro wrestling. May be no more. There's a move in Nashville Metro Council to attempt to get a referendum on the November ballot regarding raising money to build a new soccer stadium to get a Major League Soccer franchise. If they are able to get the bill on the ballot and the voters approve the deal, they will build the stadium on the site that is now the fairgrounds. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, Nashville's almost guaranteed, or I don't think they will begin playing Major League Soccer for the 2020 season. They've proposed some other spots to build that stadium, and nothing has gained traction like the fairgrounds has. It's pretty much an inevitability that it's going to turn into their new stadium / parks and facility and whatever else they're going to do there. It's sad, but I mean, really, it was always kind of a dump, Plus, then someone can make a better specific arena for professional wrestling, because really, it was built specifically for pro wrestling, like in the 20s.
I don't know exactly when it was built. Hold on.
Doesn't matter. It's time for that dump to meet the pavement.
couple more updates here. Some people trying to start a Let's Go Roman chant and got thoroughly booed down. And there's somebody with Kenny Omega's bitch, Anubis, Egyptian style, light up head fade. The Bischoff Richard debates are split out. We got a lot of people coming to the lobby here. I'll tell you, if it's twice as heavy tomorrow or on Saturday, then this place is going to be a little bit harder to get through.
Huh.
Yeah, Marty School karaoke just went out as well. Sorry, I couldn't catch that. Hearing good things all around me.
I'm looking forward to this entire event. So let's get into the 15-minute time limit, and we can talk about All In and the card that's about to happen. So we'll start here with the over the budget battle royal, which includes Moose, Jordan Grace, Colt Cabana, Ethan Page, Rocky Romero, Brian Cage, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Jacobs, Marco Stunt, Brandon Cutler, Punishment Martinez, and 4 to be determined. And this will be on the 0 hour pre-show.
Everybody expects Neville to show up. It would be a great spot for him, especially if he won. Remember, the winner gets to face Jay Lethal at some point for the ROH title. It would, if it's so hyped up now, it would be one of those things that nobody promised, but if it doesn't happen, it'd be disappointment. There's some people holding out hope that maybe Punk will show up, and that's why it's over budget. Hardy Scroll just walked by, nice to buy the haircut. Trying to run fast so he doesn't get mobbed. He's jumping over to the Young Bucks merch table.
Jesus Christ. We got a live situation over here.
Yeah, let me tell you, that's one of the special things about wrestling. In what other sport or in what other celebrity environment can you just kind of be sitting in the lobby and here come these guys walking by like it's no big deal. I was at a convention last week and I saw Mulder and Scully and all that, and I see them walk by. They're flagged by like 4 security guards. You know how it is. It's if nothing else, it's an event for the fans. It's hey, that's the most successful wrestling in arguably of all time has always been in some way, shape, or form directed towards fans. So, it's a great thing, and it's only Thursday. I don't need to get all sentimental.
Right. So who do you guys got for the battle royal?
I would think a mystery person. Otherwise, possibly, if not a mystery person, I'm gonna take a punt on Punishment Martinez.
I think it's gonna be Flip.
Yeah, probably.
Should say Flip got the pre-show in the parking pre-show party, and then he is apparently coming back here to host the official watch party.
Huh.
Well, see, Flip's at an advantage because the ring is flat, like he thinks the world is.
He'll get there in time. All right, let's hear another match happening. Is Briscoes versus SoCal Uncensored. That's also on the 0 hour.
I hope SoCal Uncensored wins.
I think it's time for SoCal Uncensored to win that. That'd be nice.
I agree.
Yeah, it'd be cool, but we'll see. It's a pretty good match. I mostly hope that the 0 hour is actually like a good hour of television that they put together.
I'm looking forward to seeing the production value and all that other nonsense.
I am going to do a hot take and say that this pre-show is going to be better than any WWE pre-show.
That's
Well,
not a hot
that's
take.
not
That's
much.
yeah.
I think the only
Not exactly a barn burner.
I think the only good WWE pre-show was the one that had VLC on it.
I'm sure there are others, but like that's the most notable one that I can think of off the top of my head too. So this should be good. I'm looking forward to seeing the presentation and what it looks like and the stage and all that other nonsense. I mean, like we're getting a new promotion here essentially. It's not, something with a championship, but it's something where they're going to use, somebody's rig and somebody's sound and somebody's lights and we can see, what they've been cooking up.
It's a more professional Joey Janela spring break.
Exactly. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with that. So let's get to the main card here. Madison Rayne versus Chelsea Green versus Britt Baker versus Tessa Blanchard.
This might be a solid match. It's going to be a good opener. I'm probably going to go with Tessa Blanchard winning this.
And my friend tells me Tessa, if they want to give it to somebody who maybe doesn't quite have the exposure that the other three do, then underdog is Baker.
So you're saying Britt Baker? I could see that happening. I say Madison Rayne takes the pin, but I think that Tessa might actually win this one.
I'm going to go with Britt Baker as well. I think it's she's really the only one that doesn't have any kind of a major contract or direction right now in her career, which is too bad. She's really good.
Right.
So I think this is the breakout for her.
Stephen Amell versus Christopher Daniels.
I think Amel's going to win this, but it's still going to be a solid match for what it is. I remember him doing pretty well at SummerSlam, and I wonder how much he's been training for this match. And everyone, and God knows, Christopher Daniels is going to make him look like $1 million.
Obviously.
I think they'll give it to Daniels. I think Amell will put up quite a fight. Ultimately, I think Daniels will win.
The story.
I know a lot of people in the IWC want to shit all over this match, but I'm really looking forward to it just because, Christopher Daniels is actually good enough to train to carry someone, and Amell is actually athletic enough to pull some of this shit off. So I think it's going to be fun. And every big show has to have the celebrity involvement. It's perfect.
Chicago Street Fight, Joey Janela versus Hangman Page.
Fuck yeah, match of the night. I'm saying it right here and right now. This match is going to steal the show. I am so excited for these two. These two are crazy motherfuckers. Janela is one of the best hardcore match wrestlers in the world right now, and Hangman is no slouch himself and has been on fire on the G1, dude. I am super excited about this match.
My prediction? Joey Ryan shows up during this match.
Yep, that's the idea. With wearing the talking boots, and costs Hangman the match. And Joey wins.
Well, unless he goes after Penelope Ford.
Right, he could, and then Hangman wins, but we'll see. So there's this guy. His name is Kazuchika Okada versus Marty Scurll. Who do you guys think?
He's pretty okay,
I think the guy with the big pants is going to send Mr. Skrull to a certain weight class.
Are you saying?
He's kind of doing this moving streak thing. I don't know if they're going to continue that or they'll give him the win here. Skrull has said, there's not going to be any comedy or nothing crazy. It's all going to be real serious match, but it's kind of hard to say.
I said, man, in the red and yellow brother is gonna go over. He's so popular with the mark. The Okada Maniac's brother. Gotta have Okada go over in the Midwest.
It's gonna be Skrull. They're booking it like Skrull's gonna win.
The problem is I see a lot of other times where their peeps, essentially, for lack of a better term, are gonna end up going over. So you gotta have one of them, lay down.
No way Skrull's gonna beat Okada. He's fucked.
I think that's more of a gimmick than anything else. I think that this is going to be a great match. Let's see here. We also have the ROH World Championship, Jay Lethal versus the Over the Budget Battle of the Royal winner. An ROH Championship changing on a not ROH show? Unlikely.
I can see it knowing Ring of Honor.
I mean, it would help create buzz, or not impossible. I would say the same thing as it doesn't happen, especially considering whoever it is who wins. I mean, let's say, for example, Smith does enter and win. He's probably not going to win either.
But I mean, yeah, there's a couple of guys maybe from that, but there would have to be a surprise that would come in and win it. It'd be cool to see Silas Young show up and end up winning that, because I think that'd be a great match. It shows how little I know their ROH roster right now. Well, most of the fucking rest of the ROH roster is already booked on this show anyway.
Exactly.
Fellas, I hate to miss the last couple of predictions here, but I'm going to go stand in line for the WrestleMania panel. Give you guys a full report next week. And peace.
Good luck, Godspeed, Omega. Thank you for the reporting.
Have fun, Omega.
Bye.
Wow. Omega BR rubbing elbows with Marty Scurll and Cody Rhodes at the bar. What a guy. All right, let's predict the rest of this. So the three matches that I really want to see are the top three here. Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Is there anyone on the planet that thinks all this is going to retain this title?
No.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing that you even brought that up. That's
I just got to throw it out there.
No. Yeah, that's great.
Should be cool. Should be a hell of a moment. Cody will probably end up crying.
Yep.
Just because of how special this belt is. And it'll look really cool, and it's damn good publicity for the NWA,
I mean, like, I expected the NWA to bounce off of this and to build something off of this for their brand, essentially, to revitalize it. And having Cody win it would make the most sense.
I think there's a good chance that he could end up defending the title in ROH and New Japan as well.
There is precedent for that,
Yep.
and I wouldn't be surprised.
And
I don't see why not.
It sounds fucking great to me, dude.
You know what I want the most if Cody does defend the NWA title in New Japan? I just want to see the return of Bruce Tharp.
Yep. That would be nice. Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr.
I think this one's going to be match of the night. They're going to kill the hell out of each other in this match. And I think Kenny Omega is going to go over. He kind of has to. He's the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's going over, obviously. Is there any other weird run-ins with Phoenix or something like that?
No, I don't think you're going to see a lot of that, other than in the street fight and maybe like the over-the-top rope battle royale and then Stephen Amell's match, possibly. You're not going to see a lot of run-ins and bullshit finishes. They're going to probably try and book this less like WWE, which is nothing but fucking run-ins and bullshit finish.
I don't think a show like this can afford a lot of bullshit on it.
Yes, that as well.
All right, and then finally, the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi versus Rey Mysterio Jr., Phoenix, and Bandito.
This match kind of shocked me, like when it was announced. And it's also kind of shocking it's the main event, but knowing who's all in this match, this is going to be a hell of a match. It's going to be up there for match of the night.
Who's all in? It's going to be something else. Bandito deserves the spotlight. That dude is amazing. He just needs to be everywhere.
Phoenix takes the fall in this one, and Kota Ibushi.
No. Ray is pinning one of the Bucks. I would almost bet money on it.
Really? Why do you say that?
It's their show. They don't have to prove anything by winning.
You're right.
Ray's the star. Ray's one of the
earlier in the night makes sense.
Ray's one of the big draws. Again, Cody's almost definitely winning the world title, the NWA title. You assume that Britt Baker, who is essentially one of their boys because she's dating Adam Cole, is likely going to win, and Stephen Amell is probably going to pin Christopher Daniels. I don't know. I just see Ray pinning someone and winning.
All right. Any other weird shenanigans or prop bets that you want to make?
CM Punk is not going to show up on this show.
CM Punk will not show up on the show. AJ Lee will show up on the show.
Huh.
That's really it. I mean, what else is there? There's
Neville, really.
Yeah. There's an outside chance. It'd be cool, but I don't see that happening either.
I could see it happening, to be perfectly honest with you. Pac is back, baby. Has Bola been announced yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he can't still show up.
Well, right. I was just wondering if he would be in Bola.
Probably not.
All right. Let's do some Dairy Queen drive-through. Let's go Shao Kahn with the ratings.
Alrighty, this week in the ratings, Impact with a 296,000, down from the 320,000. Raw with 2,877,000 viewers, down from the 3,092,000 viewers, and SmackDown with 3,350,000 viewers. This is down from the 2,437,000 viewers from the show they did last week. And that was this week in the ratings.
Dog with the birthdays.
What's this shit? Most of these people are alive. Anyway, not to pull back the curtain. It's all a gimmick, brother. Speaking of gimmicks, happy birthday today to the one and only Scott Stanford, the ultimate gimmick. Also tomorrow on the 31st, happy birthdays to Jeff Hardy, Alexis Laree, and Tank Tolland. Then on the 1st, happy birthdays to the one and only Bam Bam Bigelow. Also to Sami Callihan, Flyboy Rocco Rock, Deuce Shade, a.k.a. Jimmy Snuka Jr., and Doug Williams, British legend. Speaking of another legend, happy birthday on the 2nd to Joe E. Legend. Also to Tracy Smothers. Fucking love Tracy Smothers. So ridiculous. Also on the 3rd, happy birthdays to TJP, a.k.a. Puma, a.k.a. TJ Perkins. And on the 4th, happy birthday to Consequences Creed, who has not been called that in at least a decade, a.k.a. Xavier Woods. Also, amazing / awesome Kong / Karma, who is a hell of an actress. And if you have not watched Glow, go and watch it. She's great on it. And on the 5th, happy birthday to Slick Wagner Brown, to Minoru Fujita, to the elite Derek Nykirk, and to Glamour Boy Shane. Those are the birthdays.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Yankum DDS.
Yes, this week in wrestling history. Circa 1969, Mad Dog and Butcher Vachon defeat Crusher and Dick the Bruiser for the AWA World Tag Team title in Chicago, Illinois, ending Crusher and Bruiser's fourth title reign. Jump ahead to 1991 when the Dragon Master defeated Jerry Lawler for the USWA Unified Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee, which ended Lawler's ninth reign with the belt. And finally, in 2001, the Hurricane defeated Matt Hardy for the WWF European title in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And that is it for this week in wrestling history.
Happy trails this week to Xavier Woods, who is now in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most subscribed to a video game channel in the world, which at last week was 1,633,509 subscribers, which is really quite the accomplishment. The channel is also not under the Woods name, but the Austin Creed name, a prior pro wrestling name. His real name is Austin Watson, meaning he owns it and can control it if he leaves WWE. So he's good.
He's a brilliant man. He is exactly why and it was a very, very, very smart move.
Absolutely.
What a dude. He's making, by the way, he's making some pretty good money with that channel if you look at the metrics and everything. So go get him.
And I'm sure with all the sponsorships and other shit that he pulls down, it's fucking insane.
Oh, and dude, it's clear, he's got Cesaro involved in it. He's got other people involved. They're clearly all making a chunk of change. So good for them, man. They deserve it.
Happy trails to the commentary team at Triple Mania, the worst, most cringy Matt Striker and Vampiro night you've ever listened to, paying more attention to Twitter live than on the matches.
I didn't watch this show in English, and I'm really glad I didn't watch this in English.
Minus 5 stars.
I'm glad I didn't watch it, but I am happy that I watched the highlights of their shitty commentary because that is hilarious.
I've read about their shitty commentary, and I am so glad that I did not pay attention to any of that.
Man, if someone is on commentary, they cannot be doing production. Like, that is a cardinal fucking sin of broadcasting. Because Vampiro was trying to do production, like, live on air. And it's just like, dude, just trot some goober out there to fucking commentate. You suck anyway. If you need to direct the show, be in back and direct it.
Yep.
But I mean, it's AAA, so we shouldn't be shocked.
It's the Vampiro show, bro. Come on now.
On top of that, didn't the widow of the old owner of AAA get fucking just dived on by Phoenix?
Yeah.
Class.
Yep.
God, that's just so much. It was the most lucha libre show you could possibly do. It's so fucking carny.
You ready for the most carny part about that, though? The two widows of the or I think it's the daughter and the widow of the two previous owners of AAA. We're sitting in the crowd, front row and center, carrying urns with their husbands' and fathers' ashes in them.
What the fuck?
That's pretty fucking metal, to be honest.
I feel like that's something that's not necessarily uncommon in Mexico. So it's probably more weird for us than it is for them.
Obviously. But imagine
it is strange, though. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yep.
I would not do the same.
Fucking metal. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get into what we should watch this week in wrestling. Net Jester's joined us, so he gets to go first.
Oh, you would pull that on me, wouldn't you? Well, I'm going to just pull one out of my ass, literally, and that should tell you where I am right now. But watch the Mae Young Classic bracketology and get yourself all learned up on the competitors, both old and new. They're in this year's Mae Young Classic.
Yankum DDS.
Natalia versus Alicia Fox.
Yes, I agree. That was actually okay.
Poor
Shao
Foxy.
Don't really remember watching much wrestling, but I guess Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens from Raw.
and Save Us Dog.
That's right. This weekend we are football in motherfuckers. Saturday, 3:30 Eastern. You've got West Virginia versus Tennessee. You've also got Washington versus Auburn. Number 6 versus number 9 in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, which you know someday down the road is going to host a WrestleMania. Speaking of venues that have hosted WrestleManias, Camping World Stadium, Louisville takes on number 1 Alabama. That's at 7 o'clock. And just before that, the classic rivalry, Michigan versus Notre Dame, both ranked in the top 15. Saturday, 6:30 Central, because fuck Eastern time. And then also Sunday, more college football. Saturday, more college. It's fucking football. Also all in, I guess. But I'm definitely flipping back and forth between. I'm watching them both at the same time, basically. Notre Dame.
What are you watching? What should we watch this week, though? What match should we watch this week?
Oh, all of them.
Okay.
You should watch Washington Auburn if you like defense, and if you like offense. Watch Virginia Tech Florida State on Monday night.
I don't mind you giving suggestions for college football, because that's perfectly fine, because I'll probably end up going and watching some of that, but like narrow it down, bro. Come on.
No, it's the opening weekend. You gotta just stuff your face. Yeah, it's all in, baby. You gotta get it all in.
You just gotta binge watch all of it, all in on college football.
So if you want to appreciate and support the slave labor that the NCAA promotes, then you can watch college football. But I'm going to tell you to go watch Cactus Jack versus Shoji Nakamaki from August 20th, 1995, in a barbed wire board spike nail death match.
Oh my God, yes, that was a great match.
I believe there's a Mick Foley documentary. I think it was the first one that the WWF came out with. This is the match that they got the footage from, basically. I think it's just this crazy death match that goes on, and he get $300 for that match. So there you go. That's what you should watch. Thank y'all for listening. We're all set here. We're so excited for All In. I can't wait for this show to actually go off and see what they have up their sleeves, especially with all the surprises and swerves and whatnot that are probably going to happen. You can check us out online, facebook.com/Smark Snark, twitter.com/Smark Snark. Like, comment, subscribe on this particular video, because this is Smark Snark Podcast on the YouTubes. So please help us out with that algorithm thingy. And make sure you share with your friends, because you could use some friends.
Because I don't have friends.
We know this. That's why you watch college football.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Thank y'all for listening. I don't have it closed yet.
Neither does anybody. Goodbye and good luck.
Good night. Oh, goddamn.
I've got one. Do you have one?
Good night, Walla Walla.
Ooh, that is a good one. I was going to say Marfa.